Hello, welcome to Local Rock Talk. I'm your host, Pausa.
And I'm Kyle, the co-host, and we got Preciphist here today. If you guys can just introduce yourself, and maybe
absolutely.
talk about like what instruments you play and how you got to name your band, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Paulza, Kyle, thank you guys for having us, man.
No problem.
no
anytime.
problem.
We are Preciphist. Yeah, T-Dog, right? This is T-Dog sitting next to me here on the couch. Jimmy. Yeah, no, he's not. Jimmy, we love Jimmy. This is Luke behind me right here.
Oh yeah, I know Luke.
Yeah, buddy.
Forgot my name.
Burley
It's
K.
awesome.
Come on. Burley K. Right? Did I get your
That's
names
it.
right?
You got it.
Right?
We forgot
Okay.
for a couple seconds there.
Let's give it up
Kyle.
for Tim. Let's give it up for Tim getting the names right.
Paulza, Kyle, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Tim.
Yeah, Preciphist. All right?
So,
I play
what-
bass.
You play bass?
Right?
Yeah.
What do you guys do? Drums?
I'd show up late.
Sure, yeah, it sounds like me all the
No, I
time.
play guitar.
Guitar.
Guitar, yeah. So, what kind of equipment do you guys use for like live performances or even recording?
I have a Marshall and a Les Paul.
Nice.
Yeah, Marshall Les Paul, I'm the singer. Let's do some singing. Tim T-Dog does some singing.
Yep, and I use Ibanez basses, and if I'm not on that, I'm usually on my dime bag bass from Dean.
That's nice.
I'm more than happy to go down this list.
Slash mandolin.
Your list is long.
Mandolin.
You should have brought that with you. Would have been cool.
Nobody cares.
Mandolin. Yeah, we just did a great show. Just did a great show up in Portland, the Aura, Club Aura. Tim played some mandolin. Yeah,
Every now and then.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm really interested to hear about what kind of drum set you guys use for your live performances. What you guys got?
Jimmy's department, right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
So I have several drum sets.
Here we go.
Nice, nice. This is what we
Here we go.
No, I have 5. So I have used Ludwig and DW. A variety of bass drum sizes, 22, 24, and 26. It depends on the type of music we're going to be playing, how hard I need to hit, what kind of sound I'm looking for. Some of them are all maple, some of them are a combination of a maple and mahogany, get a nice warm sound. I use all Pleisty cymbals.
Nice. Speaking of like sound and like genre of music, what kind of genre of music would you say your band is? If you can like describe it a little bit for the audience out there.
I don't know. We got a lot of different things. I mean, metal, rock.
Like, what are some of your influences?
What would you say, Burls? Like your influences and stuff.
I think they do sound a lot like Aerosmith. They do a little bit of that. Three Doors Down.
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains. A lot of Alice in Chains seems like.
Like the grungy type of tone.
Yeah.
That's always good. It's always good.
Yeah,
A lot of melodic.
Jimmy had spent some time doing some Iron Maiden stuff. He was in a band.
Yeah, I did a tribute, Iron Maiden tribute for about a year. And personally, I'm a huge Zeppelin fan, so I'm a big Bonham fan.
So how long have you guys been in this band together?
Well, me and Tim.
Going on 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. How did you guys did you guys meet through like mutual friends, school? Did you just?
Yeah, it was like a mutual friend thing. It started with I was playing some music with another guy. We won this Battle of the Bands thing at this Sad Cafe, the old Sad Cafe in
Plastow. Yeah.
And man, we won that thing, and we got like free studio time or something. We're like, oh no, we gotta put together a band. So we hooked up with T-Dog. He was playing cowboy chords on the guitar at a party we were at, and said, I'll play bass, man. I'll play bass for you. Let's put
Needed a
together
bassist, so I
band, yeah."
jumped on bass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's how it started. But I mean, here we are now. We got Jimmy rocking the drums for us. We're getting ready to write new material. Luke's writing new material with us now. Burley's been with us for how long now? 6 years?
My 6th year, yeah.
Man, I remember some of his first gigs with us.
So how many CDs have you guys released so far, or EPs, or anything like that?
We got a 13-song album right there. Came out Christmas, and so that's all over the internet. You can find it pretty much anywhere. Of course, we've got hard copies that we sell right in the cellophane right here. We got those. You can get those. We got T-shirts. Oh yeah, Paul, I got you this T-shirt, man. I know you wanted a T-shirt, so we brought that for you as a little gift. All right.
It's always nice.
So there's that. I would have brought one for you, Kyle. I
Hey,
didn't
it's
know
all
you were gonna
right.
be here,
No
man. We'll get you
problem.
one.
No
Too late for
problem.
excuses now.
But
Yeah.
I know, I know.
You got the memo.
I know. So
Thanks for the shirt.
yeah, it'll
So
look
you
good
guys
on
are
you,
in the
man. It's the right
process
size, I hope.
of
Yeah,
bringing out
large.
another EP or a CD.
We're
Yeah.
working on new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Luke's got a lot of good stuff going on in his head.
Yeah, we just, I mean, I'm the newest, I'd say, out of everyone. You know, I kind of hooked up with these guys a few months back. It's probably been almost a year now. You know, just getting on board, they had a lot of stuff that they had written, so I had to get up to speed with that, and, you know, now we get that comfort, so start writing.
We're actually
Yeah.
coming up with a
Awesome.
lot of, I think Tim would agree, we do a lot of improv before we start rehearsals. I mean, we've been coming up with some,
Yeah.
I think a little bit more progressive, I would say. Some of the riffs we're coming up with.
Yeah, this next album's gonna be like a big step up. And it's gonna be cool
I
from
agree.
what we've been putting together.
Yeah, different. Definitely different. So we're excited about it. And but you know, in the meantime, we're out playing clubs. We're out doing benefits. We're doing a bunch of shows coming up end of April. I'm not sure when this is going to air, but I know we talked about the Chit Chat Lounge right in Haverhill.
Yep.
You know, Paulza mentioned that earlier, and we said, hey, man, we got a show coming up in May 18th. So you're going to be there. You maybe do some videotaping for us, right?
Yep.
That'd be
He's
awesome.
good.
We've got two other bands playing with us. It's going to be a huge night. It's going to be a great night of music. A band called Onera and a band called 1,000 Pound Katana. So 3-band show. It's going to be fun. May 18th. It's a Friday. It's a
Friday night.
Friday. So that's the late night too. It goes to 1:30 at the Chit Chat. So come on out, man. I'm definitely going to see you there, right? Maybe Kyle, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Kyle. He might have plans though. He's a busy
Oh, he's
guy.
getting,
Yeah, I'm
oh,
pretty busy.
Kyle's a busy
Also,
guy, so.
I'll be there.
that's
Yeah,
the,
all right.
With
Well,
a
it's your
lot of
birthday
time.
too, right, Paula?
May 13 is.
May
Oh,
13th. Well,
shit.
happy birthday.
Wow.
Maybe we'll have a cake for you. Huh? Bake a cake. What's your favorite kind of cake, Paulza?
I like the marble.
Marble?
Yeah.
Marble cake.
pretty
all right.
good.
like, yeah,
What kind of
special
frosting?
cake.
What kind of frosting you think you like? Chocolate?
Ask him, why are you
Chocolate
asking Keith
I'd
what
say
kind of
chocolate.
frosting he likes?
Well, you know,
Yeah, I don't even know.
Looking at Keith, why would Keith know
what
what
is the
cream
frosting?
cheese.
cream cheese
We
frosting?
need to know. We
No,
need to know.
chocolate's good.
Yeah. Your birthday's in May too, isn't it?
Yep.
I think he's doing ice
May-
cream cake.
25th.
25th.
It's not your birthday.
Well, anyways, I have a question for you guys now.
Okay.
The
Shoot.
question
Lay
is
it on us.
there going to be a tour?
Well, man, I like to consider that we're on a perpetual tour. We're always playing out. We play through the winter. You know, we're all working stiffs, you know, and we got families and things like that, and it's a tough decision to take off and do something far away, you know, but it's something that we love to do, and if the situation is right, then absolutely we'd be happy to do some touring and do some traveling, and I think everybody would agree that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
It's
you know,
fun.
yeah.
Right now, we
Yeah.
go from we play from anywhere from the Canadian border and tip of New Hampshire down to Connecticut. So, you know, doing
Yeah,
Some
you
of
know,
us-
we've got some radio stations in New York that are playing some of the songs and some of the videos that we have. So we're trying to, you know, spread the word, so to speak. And hey, you can get our album anywhere on the planet right now. So, you know, hopefully the music gets out and we can get it into people's hands and let them hear it. And I think they'll like the old stuff, and I think they'll like the new stuff too. So,
Well, I can't wait for the new one.
yeah, absolutely. Neither can we.
Yeah, me either.
That way I have two albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
for a younger audience, how can you describe playing live? Like, what's the feeling you guys get when you play live?
Every time's like the first time. There's almost nothing like it, in my opinion, anyways. You know, that adrenaline rush you get right before you jump up there, no matter how where you're playing, what the crowd is. It's always that feeling, you know.
The nerves, you know. It's definitely an addiction.
I call it the entertainment bug.
The entertainment bug.
Once you start doing it, it's just, you need it in your life.
Yeah.
And what are some of your favorite venues you guys played at so far?
The Comcast Center, when we
Comcast
played a
Center was
Mayhem
awesome.
Fest.
Oh, in
That was
Mansfield?
cool.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful stage.
Or the Casino Ballroom.
In Hampton?
Opening for Hinder and Saving Abel.
Well, like Club Aura, we just did Club
That
Aura.
place-
Club Aura
was
that we
wicked
just
nice.
did.
That place
February.
is, the old asylum up there, that
yeah.
place is sweet.
Portland, right?
Yeah, Portland.
Portland.
Right downtown. I mean, you wouldn't even know. It looks like a
Unreal.
school or something. You know, you walk in there, the place is huge.
I don't know though, playing down at the Comcast Center down in Mansfield, that
Have
was
to be
probably the
number
most
one.
exciting because, you know, there was Anthrax, Slipknot, and
Yeah.
So you got
Slayer.
like a big
Everybody.
variety of people like listening to your music. Probably people you've never even
Yeah.
heard your band before.
Huge age group, you
Yeah.
know.
So that definitely got your name out there more.
Yeah.
Yeah, those festivals are
Being
nice. That's-
social guys and having lots of friends and, you know, family that supports and it's been amazing. The last 20 years have been so many memories, you know. And
Well, some of us have lots of friends.
so, well, sorry, Jimmy. Jimmy's got
we
lots
we
of friends.
we pride ourselves and we've done a lot of charity things, you know, raising money for causes.
Well, like we do this this charity. It's called Two to Lou.
Thank you.
The Louis T. Festo Memorial Scholarship Fund. It's a 501c3.
We actually lost him 6 years ago. He was our lead guitarist. He's on that
guitarist.
album.
He's on that album.
Right there. There's some recordings of him on lead.
Phenomenal.
And we do
guitar player.
music scholarships for Timberlane and football for Newburyport High School, both actually. So depending on what we get for applications. So we usually give away about $2,000 a year in scholarships. And so we do this big festival in July. It's called the Toodaloo Music Festival, toodaloo.com. We've got a .com, we've got Preciphist.net, we've got Preciphist on Facebook, Preciphist rocks you. But yeah, the scholarship, we just did a casino night in Newburyport to help raise money. It was a great success. We had an awesome band. We did, you know, rented the tables and everything. So we had a roulette wheel and blackjack, and so everybody had a good time. It was a good fundraiser. But that's
Also the
something
High
else we
Flyer
do,
music,
yeah.
the High Flyer music
So many
program.
things, so many good things have come out
High
of it.
Flyer music program. We get donated to us music instruments from people, and we donate them we put them in the hands of kids that can't afford to buy an instrument for, you know, school band and stuff, or can't even rent one, you know. Try to put them in the hands of kids that want to play that are less fortunate. So.
Yeah, a lot of people
that's
that
huge.
you know can't even afford an instrument and stuff. You never know; they could be, you know, next Jimi Hendrix or someone.
Right.
Yeah, right?
You
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
know who
with
can
that
actually
little bit of support,
enjoy
you
what
know?
they. Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, that's what Lou wanted, you know.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
that's honestly like a
keeping
really
them
amazing
alive,
thing.
you know?
Yeah.
Keeping
That's
them
right.
alive.
Keep the music alive and everything.
That's right,
Yeah,
Buzzer.
buddy.
That's right, man.
All right, I have another question for you guys.
Shoot.
Do you have any advice for people who want to be musicians?
Well, Lou had a good one. Take 2 weeks off and get out of the business. No, what do you guys think? I don't know.
I
You gotta have fun, right? That's
Well,
number
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
It's gotta be fun.
I mean, you use the word business. I think for most of us, when we start playing, it has nothing to do with business. We just love to do it. That's why we're still doing it now. You know, back to your question about being on stage. It's all about the love of music and the instrument and
Entertainment.
connection you get with the other 3 or 4 people on stage with you that you don't get in anything else. So once you get exposed to that, I think, you know, you focused on it and you just go with it. So if you find that you connect with that and enjoy it, I say go for it.
Plus the
My,
drive,
my,
too.
my big thing for if you want to get into music, first things first, pick your favorite song, a song that you want to be able to play for people and find a teacher that will teach you that first. Because that's what's going to keep you interested in learning more music. And that's what's going to keep you sticking with the instrument that you're trying to learn. That's what worked for me. And I've taught a lot of kids how to play guitar, and that's how I do it. And any of them that I started teaching is still playing today. So.
Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was younger, and I think the first song I learned was I think it was like "Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas.
Nice.
I just wanted, I don't know, it was my uncle's favorite song. When he passed away, I was like, I just need to
Great
play this song. And I just sat down and just kept learning it and learning and learning until I just got it. And
Right on.
once I got that, I was like, okay, I just want to keep playing, you know.
I imagine you did, because you learned quite a few different riffs there in that one's first song.
That was, I don't know, it was so hard to conquer that song, but like once you got it, you
Gives you
felt achieved, and it was just like,
confidence.
Yeah.
the confidence level would just, it boost you up a lot more.
And
than-
that's why I say, pick your favorite
Exactly.
song for your
I
first.
completely understand what you're saying with that. It's awesome.
Yep. All right.
Well, there's some things too with the, you know, on that same spectrum of, you know, that I know one of the biggest problems I faced getting to where I'm at is, you know, you're trying to learn this song and then you get, you know, frustrated, like, oh, I can't. And some people, you know, they have that same feeling, like, oh, I can't learn this or that. And then, you know, I woke up one day and I'm like, you know, I think it was a Metallica song or something. I'm like, Kirk Hammett wrote this when he was 30 after playing since he was 8, you know. I'm just getting started trying to pick it up, so, you know, sticking with it and, you know, just
You
trusting
like
it, you know.
Metallica? I like them.
We all
Like
like
you.
That was
that.
my first song. My first song with Nothing Else Matters.
Mine was,
Metallica.
you know,
You know,
mine
all
was-
the finger picking and
Nothing else.
That was Fade to Black.
yeah, Fade to Black.
I like Enter Sandman.
I like older Metallica, I think, more than some of the newer stuff.
Absolutely,
They're still a really solid band.
absolutely.
Enter
Enough about
Sandman's good.
Metallica.
So what's like your main goal with this band in the future? Where do you see yourself like going with this band?
Selling albums, man. Playing big stages, touring, like you guys said. You know, you can't give up on the dream. You can't give up on your dreams. Period. You got to have passion. You got to stay focused.
I can't wait to be able to grow old and us end up calling the band Rockers with Walkers.
Rockers or
I already did.
Well, Jim's already
Still
did.
doing it. Jim's already there.
We're gonna
So-
be watching.
In case you guys are interested,
do you
Actually,
think,
just a
Jimmy,
couple
huh?
days after
we
the
have
walk.
we have a unique input in this band because we actually have a wide variety of generations and ages here. So literally everybody kind of comes with their own. Like we're all not the same age, so we don't all have the same influences. So
you guys have like
Actually,
your own
nice mix.
style.
it's really
each
starting to
person.
show up in some of the original riffs we're starting to put together. You know, you can.
Right.
It's very unique because we're not all from the same cut. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And
Speaking
the
of, like-
camaraderie too. You know, different. You know,
well, I'm
different
trying to
wit-
teach them about life, and they ain't getting it.
pieces of wisdom. You know,
Damn.
and the
Yeah.
We want to get
stories
through.
and
We
the.
want to get through life. That's why we, you know.
When it
Maybe
comes
take
to
it with a
playing
grain of
music,
salt.
how long have you guys been playing music by yourself? Like, have you been playing your whole life? When did you know that music was something that you were, you know, attached to?
7 years old for me. 7 years old, I started playing trumpet and for a year, trombone for a year in band, you know. Then saxophone, like right up through, from like 5th grade right up through into high school. And that's when I grabbed strings and started playing strings. So
What about you, Jimmy?
I've had an actual drum set for 35 years. When I started playing pillows in my bedroom with a set of sticks, and just kind of went from there. So.
Burley.
I got caught with my old man's guitar, and he punished me wicked to touch that.
how old were you?
I was probably about 10, something like that
I
then. but
haven't even heard this.
by the
story.
time I was 12,
Good question.
he said, if you're gonna play my guitar, learn how to play it right. So he started teaching me, and it went from there.
Sweet.
Yeah. Luke's only been playing for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
He's only 12.
He's like,
so, I mean,
Yeah. I'm almost 13, Jim. Come on, give me. No, I probably started like 11, you know, 10 or 11. And then my father got me my first guitar like 12, my first own guitar. And I've beat the crap out of that thing for a couple of years, and then I got good-ish.
Was guitar like the first instrument that you've ever played? Was that something you pictured yourself playing, or is it just kind of like popped up in your life?
It just kind of happened, you know? Like, I really wasn't, I've always been drawn to music. You know, I grew up, I don't know if you guys remember, you guys probably do remember Eagle 93.7, you know,
Oh, yeah.
classic rock station in Boston. They used to do, you know, I went to see so many decent-sized bands that used to play free shows. My father would take me, Deep Purple, you know, I went to see the Eagles, and it was always there, but then, you know, it's one of those things, once you get started, you know, as soon as I
Live
started
music.
picking it up, it was like, no turning back. I don't know where I'd be without it now. That's for sure.
Tim, when did you start?
I want to say it was piano when I was maybe 6 or 7, I guess, about the same
play
age as
piano?
you. I mean, we all started on the pots and pans in
played
the kitchen
piano.
when we were
Not
3 or
much,
4, you know, right?
Pretty good.
Those are some of my earliest memories, banging on pots and pans, driving my mother crazy. But yeah, started with the piano in Derry, New Hampshire, and learned to play the saxophone, played the tuba in the marching band. Picked up
Tuba?
guitar, started singing. Yeah.
I could see that.
The sousaphone. You know, played the saxophone in the jazz band, stuff like that. And never did any chorus or any singing like that or anything, but, you know, when I started getting into bands in my teenage years and we didn't have a singer, I just started singing. So thus began the singing part of it, which, you know, kind of, for me, doing both at the same time is, you know, it's pretty challenging, so I enjoy that, you know, singing and playing at the same time. And, you know, I like it a lot, so it's makes me feel good to, you know, rock out with these guys and as a band and make people happy, you know, see the smiles on people's faces and seeing them singing the lyrics to the original songs, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty amazing feeling.
Okay. How did you come up with the logo?
Like the logo for like the Preciphist. That kind of came about, like the name, you mean, or the logo? I guess the name. Jeez, the name has got some
you know,
stories.
we got the fist, press
Yeah,
a fist,
fist.
because of fist, press a fist, you know.
And the guy that helped us with the album did a lot of the artwork and kind of came up with the design and the,
Shield.
yeah.
So the name itself, how did you guys get the name Preciphist?
That's a story in itself.
Right.
Right.
Well, the word precipice came up. But
The sheer edge of a
yeah,
cliff.
the edge of a cliff, standing on the
Precipice.
precipice.
The
And
edge.
basically, if
Looking
you don't
down.
come up with something really original, it might be taken. That was what happened with our last name of the
Right.
band that we were pondering. It was already taken, so we made up a word basically, and just changed precipice to Preciphist.
Press a fist.
But we kept the P in it, so instead of
So it's unique.
F-I-S-T, fist, we did,
Yeah.
you know.
It's actually
PHIST.
mispronounced a lot, that name. Precipice. People
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
mispronunciate it.
People always think we're
Yeah,
angry.
people still call it
Precipice.
precipice, like when they first look at it, because, well, that's what it came
Yeah.
from. So I guess it's kind of looks like it at a quick glance. So
Yeah, and it really stuck. So, you know, when we started putting it on T-shirts, I started printing T-shirts, and then, you know, we had the album and got all different kinds of things, and always got it with us at the clubs and everything. So, if you want us to help support, and we always got support gear, and you know, Paul, you got your new T-shirt, so make sure you wear it out, man.
Oh, I will.
Wear it out till it's got holes in it.
I'll even wear it in the show.
I think you should put it on right now.
I have this on the microphone.
Yeah, nice, cool. I like
I'll
that.
wear it on May 18th.
Yeah, we don't have hats though. We need hats like those. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very cool.
So how do you choose your merch?
I don't know. We try to have like a big selection of everything. You know, hooded sweatshirts or different colors. We haven't gotten real complicated designs only because they cost a little bit more and you got to sell them for a little bit more. Or give them away.
Our ladies come up with a lot of it.
Yeah.
Ideas, what they would sell.
Yeah. We want this. We want that. How come you don't have any of this?
You're almost there.
I'm on it. I'm on it. We'll get it done.
Now.
Yeah.
And how's your fan base? Are they like very dedicated fans that go to shows? Do they always like support you guys?
Totally.
Totally.
Totally
Yeah,
dedicated.
it depends on location where we're playing, you know, there's like, you know, we have fan bases in different areas, you know. You know,
What
just
is the
from-
most popular area do you guys usually play in when it comes to a show? Like, where do you have you guys sold out shows before?
We like Haverhill, man. I think Haverhill's a great town.
Yeah.
It's a great place to play. People are awesome. The venues are really cool.
We do good in
but yeah.
Manchester too. We do good in Nashua,
Plastow, New Hampshire, Mass.
Seacoast. Seacoast, we always do good, like Hampton and Salisbury.
Salisbury Beach.
Oh, yeah, there's a new place just opened up too. It's called Chopper Head,
Yes.
where Whiskey Barrel used to be.
Haverhill, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Drop ahead.
Yeah. So,
Place is sweet.
but don't forget about our show at the Chit Chat, man. Awesome place, wicked character, Chit Chat Lounge. What is that? Water Street? Right on? Is that Water Street?
Merrimack.
No,
Merrimack
no.
Street,
River Street, isn't it?
No, it's
River?
Washington Street.
Washington.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you would knew where it is, man.
Washington.
I
Knew
know,
you
don't
knew
you
where it
remember?
was.
I live here,
He
but
lives on
I.
River Street.
Yeah, you live in Haverhill.
No, he lives
That
on River
one-
Street,
Luke,
though.
Luke lives in Haverhill. He's,
That one street's always confusing 'cause it goes from River to Washington to Merrimack to Water.
Now, if you can, you know, choose a lineup for like a tour or any type of show, what bands would you want to play with?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh,
Can they still be like any band?
They
or-
could be honestly local. You can know
Like if we
them. It
could-
could be someone that's like, you know, your idols.
Yeah.
You know, anyone really. Just like if you could play with any band.
Like if I
as a
wanted to
lineup,
play
what
with
would it be?
Prince, like could I say that? Like
If
could
you
we
were-
bring him
hey,
back?
if
you know?
that's your lineup that you want to play with, I guess.
Oh,
Pantera.
well, I mean, Pantera is going to be
I'd never
like
come home,
Pantera and
though.
Sabbath, right there. That's who I'd want, like
I'd be
us
drinking Blacktooth
to be
for
on tour with.
days.
Yeah, right.
Pantera and Sabbath. Oh my
Pantera
God! I
and
saw both
Sabbath.
of those bands 9 times. Like, ooh, I'm so like glad I saw Pantera
What was your
9
ABBA?
times though too.
I know you're a big showgirls, show tunes kind of guy.
Black Label Society.
Black Label Society.
Nice.
Was Barry Manilow? Where'd you get that,
Jimmy.
Luke?
I'm more of a. I can't even think of the guy's friggin' name.
My
Oop,
pick
I don't
would
know
be
if I can say that
Maiden.
on TV.
Maiden. Yeah.
Chris Cornell.
He'd yell at me and Timmy again.
You probably.
Hey, we got yelled at by Bruce Dickinson. So.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Meet them and one other guy,
Yeah.
like 5 rows back.
What were you doing? Tim?
Punks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were being too loud.
yeah.
He was trying to say something and we were being too loud.
He was
He did
trying to
not
sing
like
and
that.
we just interrupted him.
So for the fans that are watching this, how can they get in touch with you? Like, do you have like Facebook, Instagram? You guys like websites? If you guys want to, you know, share that, that'd be great.
Yeah, we got them all.
Preciphist Rocks You is a good one.
Yeah, on
On
Facebook.
Facebook or Preciphist. Just
Dot net. We've got a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Back page.
Is your
What
music
else?
like distributed
We
on
got the
iTunes?
Twitter. We got the Twitter. We got all that. We do the tweets. Tweets and the Twittering and
tweet with Prez. every now and then.
yeah.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Well,
But Facebook we use a lot. We get the email, Preciphist at Yahoo. I got business cards with my cell phone number on it. You know, I'm always handing them out. So
If you
people-
Google the name Preciphist,
Yeah, you can
and
Google
spell it right, it's probably going to pull up about 6 different ways that you can get in touch with us. If you
so
want.
it's easy to find you guys and your
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
So it's not
Definitely.
like super high,
No,
which
no.
is good.
Yeah, I don't
Not
And
at
there's, I mean, there's so many years of, you know, I mean, all the way back to like what was it, MySpace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like the first one, you know. I mean, you can find us there if you want, you know. Yeah, definitely, Jimmy.
nobody there
Googling,
now.
just Google it, you know. Search it on Facebook, you'll find us.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you guys for coming on to Local Rock Talk again. We have
Thanks for coming on.
Preciphist.
Pausa.
I'm your co-host Kyle,
And I'm your host, Pausa.
and Rock
Yeah.
On.
And thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
And I want to thank
Thanks.
this awesome band right here. It's a pleasure and an honor to be in a band with these guys because they all love it and they all care about it. And
It's mutual, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a brotherhood for sure. So.
Well, thank you again. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Up next is Helma Keller.
Thanks for watching Vocal Rock Talk with your host, Paul Zabrilli. Until next time, keep on rocking.